Yankee Stadium clubhouse. June 1951. Late afternoon. Game finished. Players showering, changing, normal postgame. Joe DiMaggio sits at locker, 36 years old, uniform soaked, body aching, knees throbbing, back tight, 15 years taking toll, every game harder, every swing costing more. Young reporter approaches, notebook in hand, fresh journalism school, confident, eager, no respect for legends. Joe looks up, tired eyes. What you need? Reporter smiles, not friendly, hunting. Mr. DiMaggio comment on Willie Mays? Joe's jaw tightens. What about him? Willie just called up. 20 years old, Giants, already making headlines. Called next great center fielder. Called new DiMaggio. Reporter continues. Willie faster, younger, more athletic. Some saying you passed your prime, time over. Should retire. Let younger players take over. What you say, Mr. DiMaggio? Silence. Long silence. Clubhouse stops. Everyone listening. Joe stands slowly, body protesting. Looks at reporter, looks in eyes, says nothing. Just looks. Then turns, walks to shower. Reporter left standing, confused, disappointed. No quote, no reaction, no story. But teammates saw something. Something in Joe's eyes. Something dangerous, something burning. Reporter just made mistake. Big mistake. You do not tell Joe DiMaggio too old. Do not say time over. Do not compare unfavorably to rookie. Not if you understand who Joe is, what he represents, what he will do to prove wrong. This is that story. Aging legend, rising star. One catch that defined both legacies. May 1951. Season already difficult. Spring training painful. Body not responding. Speed gone. Reflexes slower. Recovery taking longer. Mighty manager Casey Stengel worried. Joe maybe rest more. Take days off. Joe refuses. I play every game. Always have, always will. But privately knows. Something different. Mirror does not lie. Hair graying. Face lined. Body breaking down. 15 years taking toll. Stats declining. Average down. Home runs down. Joe still good. Still professional. Still DiMaggio. But not great anymore. Not dominant. Everyone noticing. Newspapers writing. DiMaggio slowing down. End approaching. Time running out. Joe reads every article. Every word. Every comparison. Cutting deeper than injury. Then Willie Mays arrives. May 25th. Giants call up Willie. 20 years old. 5'11". 170. Pure athlete. Pure talent. First game 0 for 5. Then something clicks. Willie starts hitting. Running. Making impossible plays. Catches nobody else attempts. Within 2 weeks, Willie is sensation. New York falling in love. Sports writers going crazy. Willie Mays is future. Most exciting player. In decade. Best center fielder since DiMaggio. That last one kills Joe. Since DiMaggio. Implying past tense. Was great. No longer great. Willie is present. Joe says nothing publicly. Keeps playing, keeps grinding. But every article mentioning Willie also mentions Joe. Always comparison. Always suggesting one rising while other falling. Never both great. Always replacement. June brings more pain. Physical and emotional. Heel spur flaring. Some mornings cannot walk. Doctor recommends cortisone. Joe refuses. Cortisone is weakness. I play through it. But playing through it means suffering. Every step hurting. Every sprint agony. Meanwhile, Willie playing like baseball is effortless, running down balls, making impossible catches, playing with abandon, playing with youth, playing like Joe used to play. Reporters notice. Joe, how feel watching Willie? Joe smiles tight. Willie excellent, very talented, but comparisons, Joe? People saying he plays better than you now? Joe's smile disappears. Willie plays his way. I play mine. Different players, but Joe same era, same season. How feel being replaced? That word, replaced, like knife. Interview over. Joe walks away, but question echoes, replaced. Is career ending with younger, better player, making him irrelevant? July. All-Star break. Joe not selected. First time 12 years. Willie selected. Of course Willie selected. Willie is story, Willie is future. Joe watches on television, home alone, watching Willie play his position, play it better than Joe playing it this year. Something breaks inside. Not anger, acceptance. Maybe they right. Maybe time over. Maybe should retire. Dignity intact, legacy secure, before becoming embarrassment. Joe's wife asks what thinking about quitting. She sits next to him. You never quit anything. Why start now? Because losing, being replaced, getting old. She squeezes hand. You only old if you accept being old. You only replaced if you let someone replace you. One more chance, Joe. One more moment. Prove them wrong, then decide. Joe looks at her. One more chance. But what if chance does not come? What if body cannot do what mind wants? Then you know you tried, but never know if quit now. Joe nods. One more chance. Waiting for moment. Waiting for opportunity. Waiting to prove 36 not too old. August. Yankees playing Giants. Rare interleague exhibition game. Fundraiser for charity. But more than charity game. This is statement game. Yankees versus Giants. DiMaggio versus Mays. Old guard versus new guard. Past versus future. Stadium packed. 50,000 fans. Everyone wants to see, wants to compare, wants to witness history. Pre-game, Willie approaches Joe. Respectful, humble. Mr. DiMaggio. I just want to say you are my hero. I grew up watching you, learning from you, trying to play like you. Joe looks at Willie, 20 years old, whole career ahead. Everything Joe once had. Thank you, Willie. You are excellent player, very talented. Willie smiles. Means everything coming from you, sir. They shake hands. Photographers capturing moment, perfect image, passing torch, changing of guard, symbolic ending. But Joe not ready to pass torch, not ready to end, not yet. Game starts. First 3 innings, nothing special. Both teams scoring, both center fielders making routine plays. Nothing dramatic, nothing memorable. Top of 4th. Giants batting. Runner on second, 2 outs. Batter hits ball deep to right center. Gap shot. Ball carrying. Joe turns, starts running, heel screaming, body protesting, ball flying, Joe tracking, angle difficult, speed necessary. Can he get there? 25 years old. Joe makes this catch easy. 36 years old Joe, unknown. Willie watching from dugout. Entire stadium holding breath. Joe running, ball starting to descend. Joe extending, diving, full extension, body horizontal, glove stretching, ball hitting leather. Joe crashing to ground, hard, violent, rolling, stopping, lying still. For moment, nobody moves. Joe hurt, Joe finished, then glove rises. Ball inside, out, catch made, stadium erupts. 50,000 people standing, screaming, cheering, not just Yankees fans, Giants fans too. Willie Mays in Giants dugout, on his feet, applauding, smiling, shaking his head in amazement. That was incredible. That was beautiful. That was DiMaggio. Joe stands slowly, grass stains on uniform, dirt on face, limping slightly, but holding ball high, showing umpire, showing crowd, showing everyone. Still got it. Still can make plays. Still DiMaggio. Returns to position, breathing hard, body aching worse than before, but smiling. Small smile, private smile, satisfied smile. That felt good. That felt right. That felt like proving something. Bottom of 4th, Yankees batting. Joe's turn, walks to plate, crowd still buzzing about catch. Announcer talking about it. Legendary DiMaggio defensive play, just like old days. Giants pitcher working carefully. Joe dangerous when motivated. First pitch outside, ball 1, second pitch inside, ball 2, third pitch over plate. Joe swings. Contact. Not home run, just single. Line drive to left. Joe rounds first, pulls up. Standing on base. Looking toward Giants dugout. Willie standing on top step. Still applauding, still smiling. That catch, Mr. DiMaggio. Best I have seen all year. Joe nods. Thank you, Willie. You will make many like that. You have time. Willie's smile fades slightly. Understanding something. This is not just baseball game. This is Joe's statement, Joe's answer, Joe's proof. After game reporters swarm both clubhouses, Giants clubhouse asking Willie about DiMaggio. Willie generous, respectful. Joe DiMaggio is still one of best center fielders in baseball. What I saw today proves it. That catch was impossible, but he made it look possible. That is greatness. Age does not change greatness. Yankees clubhouse asking Joe about Willie. Joe equally generous. Willie is future of this game. Tremendous talent. Will be star for many years. But I am not finished yet. Still have something left. Still can play. Still can contribute. Reporter asks. Same reporter from June. One who asked about retirement. Joe, you proved something today. Proved you still have it. But honestly, how much longer can you keep this up? Body cannot last forever. Joe looks at him. Long look. 36 is not 70. Experience is not weakness. Age is not disease. I will play as long as I can help team win. When I cannot do that, I will retire. But that day is not today. Today I made catch. Tomorrow I will make another. Next week, another. That is baseball. That is life. You play until you cannot, not until someone tells you you cannot. Before we continue with the rest of Joe's final season, hit that subscribe button if you have ever been told you are too old or too late to do something you love. Drop a like if you know what it feels like to prove doubters wrong with action, not words. Now drop a comment. Where are you watching from? And what is something you accomplished that people said you were too old for? Let us know. September. Yankees in pennant race. Tied with Cleveland. Every game crucial. Joe playing through pain daily. Heel worse. Back worse. Everything worse. But refusing to sit. Team needs him. One game particularly important. September 28th versus Red Sox. Must win. 8th inning tied. Red Sox runner on third. 1 out. Fly ball to center. Medium depth. Runner will tag and score. Game over. Joe catches ball while moving forward. Releases throw before feet plant. Off balance but faster. Ball reaches catcher exactly when runner reaches plate. Out. Double play. Yankees escape. Win later. After game manager Stengel approaches. That throw, Joe. Special. You invent that? Joe shakes head. Saw Willie do it last month. Caught on run. Threw before planting. Saved fraction second. Learned from watching him. Stengel surprised. You learned from Willie? Joe smiles tired. Casey? I am 36. Not dead. Can still learn. Willie, brilliant. If I can take from his game, add to mine, why not? Not weakness, intelligence. Age gives experience. Youth gives creativity. Smart player takes best of both. October. Yankees clinch pennant. World Series. Against Giants. Against Willie. Perfect ending. Perfect stage. DiMaggio versus Mays. But Joe knows, not versus. This is Joe proving still can play, still matter. Series begins. Game 1. Yankee Stadium. Packed. Both playing well. Joe 2 hits. Willie 1. Both making plays. Game tied. 9th. Giants batting. Runner on first. 1 out. Ball to gap. Left center. Deep. Very deep. Joe and left fielder both running. Joe calls it. His ball, running full speed, heel burning, ignoring pain, ball descending, Joe extending, diving, again, body protesting, mind overruling, must make catch, must end inning. Glove meets ball, impact, catch made, Joe sliding, standing, ball high, out, inning over. Yankees win bottom 9th. Lead 1-0. Joe DiMaggio made difference. 36 years old. Heel injured, body breaking. Made catch when mattered most. Series continues. Yankees win in 6. Championship. 5th for Joe, but last. He knows it. Yet after celebration, Joe sits quietly, thinking 15 years, 9 World Series, 5 championships. But more than stats. Proved age is just number. Experience has value. You can learn from younger. Greatness not just physical, is mental, is determination, is refusing accept limitations others place on you. Willie visits Yankees clubhouse, congratulating. Reaches Joe, extends hand. Congratulations, Mr. DiMaggio. You earned this. Played brilliantly. Joe shakes. You too, Willie. Great series, great season, great future. Willie sits. Can I ask something? Joe nods. This year, when everyone said you were done, too old, how did you keep going? How ignore them? Joe thinks. Long pause. I did not ignore Willie. Heard every word, every article, every comparison. Heard all. Hurt all. But used it. Used as fuel. Motivation. Anger is tool if you control it. Direct it. Use properly. They said too old. I worked harder. Said you better. I studied your game. Learned from you. Took what you do well. Added to what I do well. Not competition, Willie. Evolution. Willie processing. So, not angry at me for comparisons, being called replacement? Joe laughs genuine. Willie, I was you once. Young player compared to older stars. Called their replacement. Called future. That is baseball. That is life. Cycle continues. Not angry at you, grateful. You pushed me, made me better, made me prove I still belong. Without you, maybe I give up. Maybe retire, maybe accept being old. But you gave reason to fight, reason to show I still have something. Thank you for that. December 1951, Joe DiMaggio announces retirement. Press conference, reporters everywhere. Why now, Joe? Why retire after championship? Joe's answer simple. Body says stop. Mind says continue. When those disagree, body wins. I have given everything to baseball. Time to stop before I embarrass myself. Want people remembering me at my best, not at my worst. Reporter asks about Willie Mays. Do you think Willie is your successor? Joe smiles. Willie is not my successor. Willie is Willie. I was Joe. Different players, different styles. But yes, Willie will be great. Already is great. Baseball is in good hands. Willie calls Joe personally. Mr. DiMaggio. I just heard. I am sorry. Baseball will miss you. Joe appreciates call. Not sorry. Glad. Proud of career. Proud of how it ended. Proving something important. Willie asks what he proved, Joe thinks. Proved that age is not ending. Is evolution. Young players have speed, energy, creativity. Older players have experience, knowledge, understanding. Best players combine both. Learn from everyone. Never stop evolving. Never accept best days behind you until body absolutely cannot continue. That is legacy. Not just stats, not just championships. The idea that you fight until you cannot fight anymore. You prove doubters wrong until you cannot prove anymore. Then, and only then, do you walk away with dignity. Years later, Willie makes the catch. 1954. World Series, 460 feet to deep center. Catches ball over shoulder, running full speed. Greatest catch in World Series history. Joe watches on television, smiling, proud. Reporters ask comment. Willie made catch I could never make. He surpassed me. That is how it should be. Each generation better than last. I am proud to have shared field with him. Willie made me better player in my final year. Cannot ask more than that. Lesson from 1951, clear. Age is not end, is transition. Joe at 36 was not same player as 26. Slower, less powerful, more injured, but smarter. More experienced, more determined. When World said too old, Joe said, watch this. Made impossible catches. Learned from younger player. Proved greatness is not just physical gifts. Is mental strength. Is refusing to accept limitations. Willie taught Joe that youth has advantages. Joe taught Willie that experience has advantages too. Best players combine both. Joe's final year was not sad ending, was beautiful conclusion. Fighting until end. Proving doubters wrong, making statement catches, winning championship, going out on top, not physically. Physically declining, but mentally, spiritually, competitively. Proving reports of his demise were exaggerated. That dive catch in August, that throw in September, that World Series catch in October. All statements, all proof. All Joe saying I am still here, still relevant, still DiMaggio. Then walking away with dignity, pride, legacy intact. That is how legends end careers, not with decline, with choice, with dignity. With one final reminder of greatness. Joe gave that reminder in 1951. Against all odds, against all doubters, against his own body. proved 36 not too old to make great catches, not too old to learn new tricks, not too old to win championships, just old enough to know when to stop, wise enough to stop before having to. That is difference between good player and great player. Great player knows when entrance is perfect and when exit is perfect. Joe DiMaggio's exit was perfect. One final season, one final statement, one final catch, then goodbye. Forever young in memory, forever great in legacy, forever DiMaggio.